Judge Jeanine Pirro, a woman whose blood type is notoriously Merlot positive, came out to join a very short list of women who are in support of Donald Trump and claim what a supporter of women he is. In the video, Jeanine goes on to list her credentials as a judge and a lawyer, but shockingly, she didn't include her most impressive skill of all: the high level she's able to function at despite her lunches being liquid, and her dinners, and her breakfasts, and her midnight snacks. Jeanine, I find it insane at the level you go to defend Donald Trump despite his history of infidelity. You, out of all people, whose ex-husband cheated on her several times, even fathering a child while you two were married. And didn't you get in trouble for wiretapping his boat in order to catch him in the act? What'd you try to do, sign your own search warrant? I don't think that's how things work, Jeanine. You're willing to destroy this country by supporting that tyrant because you owe him a favor, because he pardoned your criminal ex-husband in the last hours of his presidency. But since overindulgence in boxed wine can lead to memory loss, which clearly you suffer from, here's part 2, which, let's be serious, the parts can be infinite, of the disgusting and vile things Donald Trump has said about women. And I gotta speed this up for time-saving purposes. Temple Taggart, a former Miss Utah, said that he kissed her on the lips at the Miss USA pageant twice against her will. Carrie Prejean, a former Miss California, recalled Trump ordering contestants to line up in revealing outfits so he could divide the room between the girls he personally found attractive and those he did not. Some of the girls were sobbing backstage after he left. Pause to read this one because I'm blocking it. A recollection of Trump not allowing a woman he deemed unattractive to take lunch orders for outside visitors to the office. He forced former Miss Universe Alicia Machado to work out at a gym with media present when he judged her to have gained too much weight. After that episode, she told the New York Times, "I was sick, anorexia, and bulimia for 5 years." Of course, there's the accusations that his ex-wife Ivana made against him in a deposition, where Donald held back her arms and began to pull out fistfuls of hair from her scalp, as if to mirror the pain he felt from his own operation. He tore off her clothes and unzipped his pants. Pause to read that part because I'll probably get in trouble for saying it. She took things back, saying that's not exactly what happened. Lord knows what was said, and is now famously buried in Donald Trump's golf course. Maybe that was his subtle way of hooking her up with Arnold Palmer for all of eternity. There was that 1992 New York Magazine piece where he said, "Women, you have to treat them like shit," when he went on about Rosie O'Donnell. The famous draft dodger also went on to say, him avoiding STDs from casual sex was his personal Vietnam. He then went on to assign each actress on Desperate Housewives an attractivist score from 1 to 10. On Nicolette Sheridan, he said, "A person who is very flat-chested is very hard to be a 10. He calls women who get breast reductions insane, and declared it would be difficult for him to pitch a tent for Madonna. His favorite part in Pulp Fiction is very telling. Pause to read. About a 10-year-old girl, he said, "I'm going to be dating her in 10 years. Can you believe it?" Yes, we can. He then reduced all women's significance to being a young and beautiful piece of ass when he told a journalist in response to his bad press, "You know, it really doesn't matter what they write as long as you've got a young and beautiful piece of ass, but she's got to be young and beautiful." Again, I haven't even scratched the surface. And unlike Judge Jeanine Pirro, if she took off her beer goggles, she'd be able to read these things as well. And lastly, just for shits and giggles, let me leave you with this clip right here. Donald, when your advisors told you to act like you've been here before, I don't think that's what they meant. Anyways, bye.